in a land where the sun barely warms the ice, where the wind sings through endless white mountains, and where survival is a daily promise. A colony of penguins lived together. They had lived there for generations. They knew the snow, they knew the storms. They knew the path to the ocean. Every day was the same. Walk together, eat together, huddle together to survive the cold. In this world, togetherness meant life, and being alone meant danger. Among them was one penguin who was different, not weaker, just. While the others looked toward the ocean, he looked toward the mountains, tall, silent, untouched by footsteps. He would stand still while others moved. He would watch the horizon while others rested. And inside him, a thought grew louder each day. Why do we always go the same way? Why do we fear what we don't know? What if life is more than survival? The mountains called to him, not with sound, but with silence. One day, as the colony prepared to walk toward the sea, he stopped. He looked at his family, at the friends he had grown beside, at the only home he had ever known. They noticed something was wrong. Come, they said. The ice is breaking. The water is waning. But he didn't move. He looked at the mountains again, and quietly he spoke. What if there is another way to live? Fear filled their eyes. You will freeze. You will die. This is where we survive. He listened. He understood. But his heart was louder than their fear. And for the first time in his life, he turned his back on the ocean. Step by step, he walked away. Behind him, safety. Ahead of him, uncertainty. The wind grew stronger. The cold cut deeper. Every step burned with doubt. He heard their voices fading behind him. Come back. It's not worth it. You'll regret this. But he kept going. Not because he was brave, but because he was curious. Not because he wanted to die, but because he wanted to truly live. The world became quiet. Only wind, only his breath. And in that silence, he felt something he had never felt before. Freedom. The mountain showed no mercy. The air grew thinner, the ground colder. His strength faded. There were moments he fell, moments he wished he had stayed, moments he questioned everything. And then there was nothing. No food, no shelter, no warmth, only endless white. Maybe he reached the end. Maybe the mountain claimed him. Maybe the world never knew what happened next. But his journey did not end there, because something far greater was born from his choice. Back in the colony, life continued. But something had changed. The one who asked questions. The one who dared to walk away. The one who chose uncertainty over comfort. And slowly, his story became more than a memory. It became a thought, a spark, a reminder that life is not only about surviving, but about daring to discover, and far beyond the ice. Humans would one day feel the same pull, the same fear, the same question. What if there is more? Perhaps the penguin never returned. Perhaps he fell in the snow. But his courage lived on, because every explorer, every dreamer, every person who ever left safety behind carried a piece of him. He was not foolish. He was not lost. He was the first to ask, what if my life could be more? And that question changed everything. Because progress is born from those who walk alone. Because growth begins where comfort ends. And because sometimes the ones who disappear are the ones who show the world how to move forward.